So the other day on Facebook, I was called selfish by a vegan, and not just me, all meat eaters, anybody that eats meat. We were all called, ladies and gentlemen, selfish by this vegan, and we were called selfish because apparently we understand. I'm sure everybody has heard stories about this. We understand that there are some farms out there that produce their meat, produce their products in a less than humane manner. And since we know about that and continue to eat meat, we're all selfish. Never mind the fact that there are some farms out there that produce their stuff humanely and in a kind manner, but tell that to a vegan, they won't care. They think that they're all evil anyway. They want to ignore that fact so they can just keep reaching into the big PETA bag of platitudes, pull one out and throw it at you because they don't have a mind of their own when it comes to their diet. And they like to tell you about their diet all the fucking time anyway. I mean, I've heard all sorts of stuff from vegans. And I do have some vegan friends. I'm not against all vegans. Not against all vegans. In fact, I commend vegans. I respect vegans for being able to adhere to such a strict diet. I mean, that's something that I don't think that I could do. So for that, I commend them. But for the arrogant, pretentious ones out there, you can suck my asshole, okay? But I've heard a lot of stuff, especially about the diet. I've heard about how they're not pumping their body with this chemical and that carcinogen and that poison, and how they're supposedly so much healthier. I've even heard some of them talk about how much their shit doesn't stink. About how ever since they went on their vegan diet, their poo-poo smells a lot better. Yes, I've actually fucking heard that. And they're not murderers, and you're murdering animals and I'm not. I'm so much more holy than you. Yeah. Again, noting that not all of these people are like that. So don't even try to. Okay, now. Being called selfish is it's pretty bad. It's one of those names. It's right up there with me with being called Onision and Rush Limbaugh. I mean, it's something pretty horrible. Nobody wants to be called selfish. You're looking out for yourself before everybody else. You only care about, solipsistic stuff like that. I don't like to be called that. That's very bad. So when somebody calls me selfish, I want a pretty damn good explanation. And that explanation sucks. Get that shit out of here. It's meaningless. And I'll tell you why it's meaningless. You want to know why it's fucking meaningless, Mr. Vegan, Mrs. Vegan, who thinks that we're selfish because we don't eat meat, and you're the picture of perfection. You are the absolute Polaroid of salubrious perfection. Okay. You're selfish too. Yeah, that's right. Oh my god, and I know this might come as a shock to you. You might be choking on your kale right now, but yeah, you're selfish too. You don't believe me? Okay, let me spell this out for you. I only need one example. Trust me, I have a list of examples that would go from here all the way down to the floor. If I were to put all the examples I have on a scroll, it'd go all the way down to my feet and all the way across my driveway, and that's pretty long. I only need one. Your house. You selfish Pete, that house, that house that you need that house that you need to sleep in, to park your car, to eat your food, to shelter, protect yourself from the rain. Yeah, your house. You're selfish for living in that house. You know why? What do you think was there before that house? Huh? Animals, trees, plants, birds, insects, things like that, living things that were driven out of their habitat and or killed, all because you needed a place to live, you selfish son of a bitch. I can't believe how selfish you could be. But hey, let me tell you this too, don't feel too bad. Don't. By that virtue, I guess we're all pretty selfish, aren't we? Because what was here before our skyscrapers, our parking lots, our car lots, our houses, our hotels, our highways, our roadways, our back roads, before all of this stuff, there were animals. Animals populated the landscape. Animals dotted the landscape. And our ancestors thrived on them. They used them for clothing. They used them for sustenance. To eat, to live, to survive. Don't tell a vegan that because they'll just go right back into the bag of platitudes and throw another one at you. But there used to be animals all over the place. Where this house used to be, there are a bunch of animals. And we just had to come in, us humans, we just had to come in and say, well, I want to live here. Goodbye, raccoon. Goodbye, squirrel. Goodbye, dog. Goodbye, cat. Goodbye, little bug. Goodbye, little spider. Goodbye, little everything. Just because I need somewhere to live. So by that virtue, I guess we're all selfish, and maybe that'll make you feel a little bit better. But don't give me this pretentious high horse nonsense, and God knows you have enough of it. Don't give me this nonsense about how I'm selfish just because I eat meat. Okay, it's meaningless. It is tripe to continue to call meat eaters selfish for that reason. Because a lot of animals have died, a lot of animals have been driven out of their homes for the modern conveniences that you use on a daily basis. You always, here's another thing. You always talk about how it's more environmentally friendly to avoid meat because meat production pollutes the environment. How about your car, moron? How about the trucks that had to haul the parts and all the assembly and all the wood and all the timber to build your house and all the pollution that comes from everything that you have that had to be made by some factory somewhere. So you can't give me that crap. I don't care if you drive a hybrid. You can talk about how small my carbon footprint is. The fact of the matter is you are human. You are guilty. Fuck you. That is it.